Can't even tell you how much setup it takes to now do this stuff. Even to the fact that I planned that last sip. Hey guys, welcome to Sunday, right? This is nothing special. It's just we're gonna chat for a little bit. You can see the mic. It's fine. It's fine. We're good. A little bit raw, a little bit more casual. So over the past 3 months, 3.5 months, I've had a second kid, right? He is now almost 4 months old. Jack, my beautiful boy Jack. And I love being a father of two. I love being a father of a daughter, my older daughter Joanna, who we call Joey, who's 3 now. She had her birthday last year. She had her birthday every year. She had her birthday last week. And then also my boy Jack, who's 4 months. Yes, and my name's Julian and my wife's name's Julia. We're all J's, and that was intentional because it's cute, right? Guys, when it comes to playing video games, my video game journey has been all over the place, especially in the public eye with you guys. And that has a lot to do with where I am with family, as well as my attention span, and most of all my passion for this beautiful art form and craft that exists that we all share in, called video games. The reason why it's fluctuated so much is because I historically have been someone who has a very hard time sticking in a lane, and that's just because I'm multi-passionate and also very, very self-conscious about things and stuff like that. But we've talked about that to death on this channel, and there is one conversation I had online with somebody, and they're like, well, how do you feel about each one and where do you stand on it? And I wanted to break that down real quick. One, when it comes to Xbox, I feel like it was very new to me, so there was a lot of excitement, and so I talked about it a lot. And for me now, as I've learned more and more about it, it doesn't have as much luster, right? It's kind of lost its magic. The honeymoon phase is over, and I'm realizing that as far as my interest in everything on it, it's more limited to just a couple things, which is fine. When it comes to PlayStation, they have the games I want to play right now, and I have had a lot of fun playing some of the current generation titles on there, like Final Fantasy 16. I chose to play Jedi Survivor on the PlayStation 5, as well as some, exclusives that I never got to, like Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon Forbidden West, which came out more recently, and also Horizon Zero Dawn. I always mix the two up. Not to mention the Ratchet and Clank franchise is one of my favorites out there. And then when it comes to Nintendo, and the reason why I always come back to Nintendo is because that's where I got my start, right? And it gives me a sense of joy, and it takes me home. It's like talking to an old friend or getting a hug from a parent, right? It's just that really familiar, beautiful, wonderful experience that I've grown to love and doesn't really deviate from what it's always been. And so for me, that really does hold a place near and dear to my heart. And as a father and a husband, when it comes to playing video games, my time being so limited, I have gotten to a point in my life and my passion for this where I don't really have the luxury anymore, especially with the amount of content I'm trying to put out on a regular basis. I don't have the luxury to experiment as much as I used to. And by experiment, I mean when it comes to games, if it doesn't catch me right away, if it doesn't really draw me in, if the play style is different from what I'm used to, it's hard for me to work up the energy to get involved in something and experiment, especially because when I decide to sit and play video games, the other side of that, for everything there is an equal and opposite reaction, is I am deciding not to sit and play with either my kid, or I'm deciding to wake up extra early to have quiet time, and I'm deciding not to work on something for a client or something like that. So when it comes to video games as a whole, my personal enjoyment has come to this very, very specific point, which is the crossroads between what I really, really already like and what is new, right? And they need to meet. I can't stress that enough, and that's kind of where a lot of this back and forth has happened. And it's because of the amount of time that I have. A little glimpse into my day-to-day. Monday through Friday, my wife works a full-time job starting at 8:30, but because of commute and getting to work, she leaves around 8, give or take 10 minutes on either side, often on the latter side. Yes. she helps me a lot in the mornings. And from then she works until 5 and comes home between 5:30 and 6. And then at that point we have family time where we cook dinner, eat dinner, and enjoy our family time together. And I do my best, and I say that on purpose because it's not always beautiful, but I do my best to be in the highest of spirits, given I have just taken care of a 3-year-old and a 4-month-old for most of the day. Now, during the week, she does get to work with me at home a couple days a week, which does help me, and my beautiful daughter gets to go and play with her cousins. So I do get a little time, and that's when I make most of my videos. So it's a jam-packed schedule, and because of that, my time becomes so valuable. And so when it comes to doing stuff like video games, it has become such an important thing to me that I want to make sure that that experience is rejuvenating and refreshing and that I can enjoy it with others, right? That's why I created the Button Mashers Club, where you can play video games with me as well as other people in the community. We go through a game a month and we have fun with that. It's been a rocky start, but here in October, you want to be in Discord, and we'll announce it here in the next couple of days. And so when it comes to the types of videos I make, it is geared around my passion because I don't have the luxury or the brain energy or whatever you want to call it anymore to explore far outside of that in this current state of making videos. Now, I've been doing a lot of thinking about how I want to make videos in the future, and you guys can comment below and talk to me about how you feel about this, but I'm a huge fan of practical. It's why you've seen over these past few months, most of my videos don't have video capture as much as they used to. They are all 100% practical. So if you see gameplay, it's on a device that's actually being played in that moment. And titles have started to cease to exist because I want you to be drawn into the video and be experiencing what I experienced to the best of both of our abilities, whether it's you on a high-end device, TV or phone that allows you to see it in the full resolution I shot it in, whether it's me experiencing something tactile so I can talk about it to you guys, because video games are tactile in a lot of ways when it comes to the controller and game interaction. But also there has been a problem that I've noticed in the video game world, in the video game niche, and by video game I also mean like the reviewer niche, and that is products. We as reviewers get sent a ton of products on a regular basis. And though, for the most part, we aren't required to tell you to get them because they were given to us and we are expected to say something, it is very, very hard to believe that. And I totally understand. So what I want to do is be transparent about the products that I get from different companies. I am not going to be reviewing products that I get for free, which does put me in a very odd spot. That means that I'm going to have to pay for a lot of these, which I'm gonna have to figure out how that's gonna work best. But hey, time will tell and God will provide. But I feel like the best way that I can set this beautiful place, this community apart from the rest, is to be as transparent and honest about these products as possible. And I believe that the best way for that to happen is if all of the shots are real and none of the products are free. Man, that's gonna be a tough one and an expensive one, but hey, I'm committed to it. I'm really, really stoked, and I feel for some reason rejuvenated in what I'm doing, and a lot of it has to do with some awesome conversations I've had with you guys on Discord. And if you wanna be a part of that community, it's free, just click below. But most of all, when it comes to playing video games, I can't stress this enough. We strive to play games with each other in any way we can, whether it's on Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo. It doesn't matter what you play on, PC even. If you can play it with someone else, that is awesome. And as always, happy gaming.